darlings, today I want to talk more about sharing vulnerabilities and irrational thoughts with your partner. So the other night I was with my two partners, Ronnie and Five, and we all were having emotional reactions to stuff when we laid them all out on the table, and it ended up being a really nice moment of connecting and getting closer because a lot of it was just so vulnerable. And it was interesting because Ronnie, my female partner, was having a lot of old limiting beliefs kind of coming on up and just circulating. And I understood a lot of them. And a lot of it came from good stuff, actually. Good things were happening in her life. And so this stuff was just kind of battling against it. And I was like, I am totally there with you. Because that's definitely happened to me. Because now that I'm in a really good relationship, my brain would be like, this is an anomaly. Like, what's going on? Like, this isn't something that's gonna last. Like, you don't deserve this. You deserve being yelled at or ignored or like not great things. And I actually did this little hack in my brain because I have always deserved being treated well, but it helped me believe it better now because I had the thought of, I've put in so much personal work on myself, so much self-care, so much self-development, that this is my prize. And like I said, I always deserved to be treated well, but it helped me to better accept where I am right now. Because I was like, you deserve this. You put in the work. This is what you get. Woo. But yeah, anyway, so like I said, I kind of got what Ronnie was going through a bit, and there was some other stuff too that I found out about later, but it was awesome because she was able to open up and really, really be vulnerable, to just let all the armor off and just like, hey, here's my squishy bits, which, like a lot of times we don't want to do. And so it was easier for me to be like, yeah, I'm feeling like super not special and just kind of like meh, because things are going super, super well with her partner. And she was telling me about how they're just really, really compatible in all these different ways. And she's like, oh yeah, like, you and Five are super, super compatible in all those ways too. And like, that's really neat to see. And so I was thinking, I feel really special. I feel like, like, yay. Like, I'm so glad that we have this special thing. And I don't even remember what happened exactly, but there are some words of some sort where suddenly my brain went, oh, actually, I'm not special at all. I'm just kind of here, just kind of like whatever. And, all those thoughts of, you don't deserve this. Like, this is an anomaly. This is weird. We're like, yep, see, you're not special. And it's all going to fall apart. And Five is going to realize that you're just kind of like meh. And, it's awesome that Ronnie has like shiny, cool relationship with her partner, and Five just kind of, says you. And it took being able to talk about that to really start to not believe those irrational thoughts. And it was interesting because I was fighting those thoughts in my brain. I was thinking, Kira, like, hun, no. You deserve this. You are special. Everything's okay. But it was so hard to believe that. So once I got it out and then was able to talk with them, I was able to feel better. And so later on, Five told me, he's told me this before, but he said, if you're having an emotional reaction, you can always tell me. I'm never going to get upset, never going to get mad. I'm always going to support you. And I was thinking, but it's so hard to let some of that stuff out because it can sound really irrational. I said, that's the time to do it. Because when it sounds really irrational, when you get it out there, when you speak it into the world, you can better hear how silly it sounds. You can be like, being such a silly Billy. Like, yeah, that's ridiculous. And I don't have to worry about that anymore. And I was thinking, Yeah, you're right. Because I think when we hold something in, the emotion around just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It just grows, this ball of like bleh. And anything like that, our brain says, this is really important. And so it tries to find all sorts of evidence to support it, to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. Even if it really has to reach. That's why some people believe the earth is flat. And weird, like, odd beliefs like that. Because it's a big thing in their brain, and so their brain is going to find every single thing that it can to support that. And so I realized, whoa, yeah, but it's hard because when I think about sharing that stuff, my brain will be like, careful, you're going to be showing your brokenness. Like, nobody wants to see that. You need to keep that inside. You need to pretend to be not broken. You need to pretend to be completely whole, 100% healed, totally fine. And I'm thinking, no one's like that. Everyone has had life happen to them. Everyone's had some sort of trauma go on. And so we're all going to have those wounds, and it's okay to show them. The only caveat to that I can think of is if you're constantly counting on someone else's support to fix those wounds. I think it's definitely okay to be able to once in a while go to a partner and be like, oh, I'm really feeling this way, and to get some support and some encouragement from them, and to move on. But if it's like every single hour, you're like, oh man, I'm feeling really insecure again. Oh no, I'm feeling this way again. Like, you shouldn't count on somebody else to manage your emotions. But like I said, if it's once in a while when you're having these things, then it's okay. And yeah, it was just so interesting to think, oh, I can let some of this stuff up, even if it sounds super, super silly and ridiculous. And that's a good feeling. And even things that have been really hard to admit that I think sound kind of crazy, like 5 has always taken really well, which I very much appreciate. So yeah, I think everyone in every relationship, that just needs to be the standard, that you can share that stuff, and that somebody, your partner will be supportive of you, and they won't get mad, they won't get judgmental, they won't get defensive, that they'll just listen. And I know can be hard, but we need more of that in our lives. I feel like there's so little. Like, I've never been in a relationship before where I could be this open and this vulnerable and be treated with such love and compassion. But yeah, more of it. Let's do that for people. Let's open up more. Let's show people our squishy bits emotionally, not in other ways. Unless you want to, that could be fun. Anyway, I digress. Okay, bye.